Good morning! Welcome back, everyone, to another season of Bloke in a Bus. So, just got here in Florida, been working this morning on a few little odds and ends that I knew were issues, but my electrical was not working when I departed in October. It is now working. I managed to set that all up and get it dialed. Down here, this couch has to be finished, which I'm going to be working on in this episode. I've got this battery and another battery to hook up to my electrical system, and then we have more storage and it's ready to go. Got to put a countertop on this cupboard right here. A bit of sanding and paint down back here to get all these bunk beds ready. I've got my mattresses already, so they will go in once all that's done. Fridge is in mint condition. Sink just needs to be hooked up to water tanks and the pump. And today also I got my gas lead for the cooktop, so that's ready to go. So we have fire, baby. Everything in the bus looks like it's in tip-top condition, which I'm pretty happy about. I'm just going to kick her in the guts now, just check the oil and water and all that, so everything looks good there. Hopefully it turns over and we got no dramas. But this season we are going to be on the road a lot, so pretty excited. If everyone can give me a thumbs up, bit of a subscribe, it goes a long way to helping me. I'll give you a bit more of a detail later on in the episode. I'm going to do a bit of a breakdown on, the whole story so far. A lot of people have asked me about that. So you get a good idea of, where it started, where it began, sort of costings on everything, so people can get an idea of, what's involved. And it's taken me 2.5 years, but I'm finally following the dream a bit now and actually going to be living on the road in a fucking school bus. I'm really excited. So stay tuned. As I said, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and let's get into it. Moment of truth. Let's hope this thing kicks over and I don't have any dramas, because I got no clue what it would be if I did. So let's have a go. Look at that. You bloody ripper. Alright, let's get stuck into the heart. Alrighty, ladies and gents, here's a little update where I've been up to. Been busy the last couple of days, putting all my soft closes, or whatever you call them, so that my doors don't open when I'm driving down the road. But today we're ripping into this stuff over here, getting all the trim on here, so that looks neat. Been down to the hardware, got all my material, so we're ready to go. I'll get some music going for you guys and let the good stuff start.
Moon is watching shallow dreams. Night is rocking her to sleep. Wind whispers in the trees.
Ladies and gents, that piece there, I was hoping to just sit the board like so and then have it sort of skewed on the wall, but because of these curves it looks terrible. So what I'm going to do is make a bit of trim so it's sort of boxed out by 20mm on the bottom. It'll make sense once I get it in there and get it up, but this is going to be a pretty tricky cut. I'm not sure how I'm going to go, but try my best and bog the rest. So that is how the piece will sit. It'll sort of look like a mini bulkhead. Just a little bit of 20mm rebate there, so then that way it gives us a nice neat finish and you don't see up into the underside of the roof space, I suppose you could say. But yeah, get this glued up, nailed together, and go mock it up and see if it fits. Alright, trendsetters, there it is. Unfortunately I didn't get to film it because it was too bloody hard to do by myself, but we paint that white, get these uprights in to bolster it a bit, which is good to go. Bit of a nightmare thing, but it turned out really clean. Very, very happy with how that looks. There it is, folks. Bulkhead's in, all the sills are trimmed up. So I had a bit of angle on here. I just got to fix that up, trim it up and make it sure it's all neat, and that'll hide all that mess. But it looks good. I'm still unsure what I'm going to do here due to the fact that I need the timber to run all the way down here, but I want to get all this in here finished first, but looks bloody mint. Very happy with how that turned out. So just got to paint all this now, and it'll look like this side, and we are really moving in the front of house. Obviously you just saw that the trim around the windows is all done. So yesterday I had a bit of running around to do, wasn't much productivity to go in the bus, but we have got another piece of butcher block to go in on my final cabinet. Good thing is couch cushions are coming tomorrow, so we can finish the couch tomorrow, and then hopefully once the couch is done I can start laying some flooring. Front of house of the bus has come along really well, so hopefully by the end of the week we're all done. The only other thing we really got to do is get water to my sink. Obviously I've got the water tanks underneath that everyone's seen, but once the water's running, that's front of house done, and then we can start piling into the bus and head off on the road. Okay, ladies and gents, as you saw me working on this countertop, it is in, done. Got the architrave on there as well, so that's ready for paint. Can't really meet. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a right size butcher block, so I've had to run this that way. I wanted to run it the other way, so it fitted the same as that one, but it is what it is. Also, we have a couch, a full-on couch. Cushions are in, they look bloody schmick. So just now I've got there's another frame that goes inside here that is out on the cutting table, but I'm just marking up because I've got to put a faceboard on here and then finish this side here with an armrest. It looks a bit tight with the chair, but this chair does go forward, and also I'm getting a new driver's seat because this thing's a bit of a piece of shit. But once this is all in, it'll look schmick. So that'll be all this stuff done. Realistically, we've only got paint to do, both in the bedrooms and the architraves, and we're pretty much, and we've got to hook up the water, and then we're pretty much on the road. So it is Tuesday today. We're hoping to be on the road next week, but we've got a busy weekend, got to organise a few things, but it's all moving along really good. The bus is looking schmick. So yeah, I'll get a couple of time lapses going of me cutting this board up and fitting all this in, and then we're good to go. We're back here this morning. Got some good news. All the stuff's turned up, including Mr. Eden Farley. He's come to join us for the moto adventure in the bus. So we're going to be working on it for the next couple of days before we hit the road. Good news is my logos have turned up. We've already mounted 2. And then we've got a bit of paint to do in the bus and a bit of electrical to do today. Mr. Farley's on the bogging up and sanding mission for the time being. But we'll show you what's going on at the moment. Right here on the side of the bus, we've got the first Bloke in the Bus logo, looking nice and clean. Stands out like a sore thumb, which is good. Got one on the back here. Today we got some window tint showing up, so we can murder out these windows so no one can see the bikes in the back. But got one more sticker to put on this side, and then a couple of YouTube logos to turn up as well. And then we are all branded, ready to go. So we'll get into the time lapses today, and hopefully in about 48 hours we will be on the road. Well, I've been a bit slack on the old photography the last couple of days because we've had so much shit to do, but give you a bit of a run through all the stuff we've got done. And today is probably the last day of us working on the bus. Hopefully we're on the road tomorrow. So yesterday we got all my electrical hooked up to the alternator so we can actually charge the bus while we're driving down the road, so I don't have to go down the solar route at this stage. So that was a big win. It was a bit of a stressful task, but it's all done and it's working and we're all good to go. Reoiled these bench tops. Mr. Farley has gone ham on all the paint, so all the paint is done. Just this morning we got to put some boxes back on outlets here and here, so we've oiled this bench top as well. That's just needs a second coat tonight and then we're done. But all the bunk beds are ready, so we'll cut some bed mattresses up today and chuck them in. Everything's looking pretty dandy. And then Mr. Farley, the genius that he is, has come up with the idea of tinting these back windows for a bit of security. So he's on that this morning. We'll get a few time lapses of that happening. Put these boards in so we've got somewhere to chock our wheels when we put the bikes in the bus. But everything's moving along. Also, all the drawers have got all these closers on them so they don't open when we're driving down the road. But that's about it. We just got to get some wiper blades today, and then that's pretty much everything, and load the bus up. Gave it a good clean as well, so there's no more sawdust and shit in here. But yeah, we are moving at this stage and on track to be on the road the day we wanted to leave. Gents, the bus is officially ready for our road trip. Fresh oil on the bench tops, all our skirting and arcs have been painted, PowerPoint fixtures are back on, beds have made, mattresses on, got our little makeshift door here with insulated foam because we're trying to keep the cool air in this side of the bus and fumes in the other side. But here's all our shit in the back. Garage is done. Window tint is on all the windows for a bit of security. Made up a lock on the on this back door here to keep out all the riffraff. We got ramps for bikes. It's all happening. Once again, I apologise for probably missing a bit of content, but a lot of people on this channel have seen me build a bus for the last 2.5 years, and I sort of just skipped over it and tried to be as productive as possible. But the reality is my dream of driving around America in a school bus and racing some dirt bikes is becoming a reality. So today we leave Florida. We're heading north. We're still on the hunt for a couple of dirt bikes, but hopefully in the next day or so we'll pick them up. And you'll see that in the next episode. But thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. And yeah, if you've made it this far, make sure you like and subscribe. See you on the next one.